Hey, this last blog for week number 3 basically will be recounting the Apple versus Samsung entire patent litigation issue. Basically, it started off in February of 2012 with Apple suing Samsung for basically ripping off various features, patented features of the iPhone. One of them included the slide to unlock feature that we discussed about earlier. And basically, they demanded a preliminary injunction to basically stop Samsung from selling its newest phone at the time, which was the Galaxy Nexus. And through actually 1 week later, Samsung would actually counter back with a lawsuit of themselves, basically stating that Apple was trying to disrupt competition, was essentially trying to establish a monopoly, and overall, it began a huge pile of lawsuits amongst hundreds of patents. Judges would ask for certain patents to be dropped because the sheer volume was becoming unmanageable. And in the case of any new product released by either company, every single product was involved, whether it was a new tablet being released by Samsung, whether it was a new phone being released by Apple. Every product was brought to court, some patent infringement brought by each company amongst each other, and basically, as the dispute raged on between the two companies, rulings became complicated, hard to understand. In multiple instances, a lower court would favor one side, but then after a simple appeal to a higher court, that ruling would get thrown out. One of the examples is the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office claiming that the Apple's rubber band patent was valid, and then a few weeks later would proceed to throw out that patent. So it became such an entirely complicated process, but recently it seems that Apple has come out as the winner in this entire war, you can say. In the past year, favorable rulings in the U.S. have allowed Apple to come close to gaining close to $1 billion from Samsung, and causing Samsung themselves to realize that maybe it'd be best just to relinquish certain territories to Apple, and that the fight was won through simply trying out different territories that Apple did not claim to conquer, as you could say. And when we're specifically talking about the patent that we're focusing on, the slide to unlock patent, actually, the interesting part about that is a few months back a judge ruled that basically while Samsung had infringed on Apple's slide to unlock patent, the infringement was not willful. Apple didn't provide clear and convincing evidence that Samsung acted despite the likelihood that its actions could infringe a valid patent. So basically, Apple could not convince a judge that Samsung had willfully just copied and blatantly stole the entire slide to unlock idea and patent. And overall, essentially, this patent war is coming to a close, you can say, but there's still a lot more to go into it, a lot more to be decided in terms of monetary values. But it's truly an intriguing case between two corporate giants who are struggling between trying to understand where the line can be drawn between simply establishing a monopoly, in a sense, and understanding what can be created by each other due to these entire patent restrictions and laws. So, yeah.